What is going on, guys? Good afternoon. It is Teagsy, and we are back with another post-surgery physical therapy rehabilitation video. So this is actually the start of week 4. Today is Tuesday. Yesterday I had my first physical therapy session with my physical therapist to start week 4. And once again, she actually added, I believe, 2 extra additional exercises for me to start working on. The more weeks that go by, the more advanced we are going to get on making sure that I get my shoulder back to the way it was, but this time just pain-free. So as you can see, I actually did bring the resistance band that I had forgot last time. But as I do show you how to do this, I am gonna have to switch camera angles and switch the camera angle over there because I do have to tie this onto something to use. And then I got the towel. She showed me a few different exercises to do with the towel other than the wall slides. I also got the mat. I'm gonna show you something with the mat. That thing that she had me doing laying on the ground fucking sucks, but it's gonna make me better. It's going to make my shoulder stronger, and it's going to, you know, just over time really give me pain-free in my shoulder, which is the ultimate goal. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the exercises that I have been doing these past 3 other weeks. So if you've been watching and been following along, we all know that the first exercise is gonna be the PVC pipe lateral raise. So we're just gonna do 10 of these, and you're gonna be able to tell that the range of motion is just getting better and better every single day, every single week. So that's 1, 2, oh yeah, I actually forgot. She wants me to take my hand and actually grab it like this. So palm facing out. 4, and actually like there is stiffness like every time that I do these, but there's less stiffness, you know, than there was in weeks 1, 2, and 3. So if you're going through something similar, believe, be patient, be consistent, because the shit will get better, I promise. And 10. All right, so we did the lateral raise. Now we are going to do the not so fun one. We are going to do the same thing, but we're just going to do a front raise with it. And this one has improved a lot. So, oh, right there, that's about where I can feel that if I had gone any further than this right here, I would start inflicting pain, but this is a huge improvement. So 1, and again, we're going up. We're not like really exploding on the concentric, and then slow on the way back down. And 10. All right, so that is all with the PVC pipe. Now we're going to get into the wall exercises. Probably the most boring part out of this rehabilitation, but you gotta do them. So I'm gonna emphasize it every single time. We want our feet to be directly underneath us, creating a 90-degree angle with our arm, and we're just applying pressure into the wall, causing a nice strain within that shoulder joint. 3, 4, 5. All right. So now we're gonna hop to this side of the wall. And like I said before, imagine you're just like at home and this is like a door frame. You can do these at home. You don't have to come to a gym to do them. So now what we're gonna do, same thing as the wall pushes, we're just gonna create a 90-degree angle. And as if we're doing like an external rotation with the resistance band, but I'm just taking my outside of my hand and I'm applying pressure against the wall. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, back off. And we're not applying so hard to where we're inflicting pain, just to where we feel the strain all around that shoulder joint. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. Now, there's 2 more with the wall exercises. Now, for the first 3 weeks, I was calling it the 30-degree, 90-degree angle lateral raise. But over the weeks, as you progress, you can take a little bit further steps away. And so now that 30-degree now becomes maybe a 40, maybe a 50-degree. So I would say that's a little bit further than a 30-degree, and that's the goal. We want to be able to get higher and higher each day and each week that we do these. Holding for 5 seconds, letting it back go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so now we're gonna take a step and we're just gonna pretend like this is a door frame at your house. We're gonna take a slight step in front of that, take our elbow. We're creating a 90-degree with our elbow to our arm. And all we're doing is we're taking our elbow and applying pressure on that door frame. 1, 2, 3, back off. All right, so now we have done a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So now what we want to do is we just want to shake it out, loosen that up, because we've just put a lot of strain on that shoulder joint, but we are not done yet. It's going to do about 5 to 10 arm circles counterclockwise, and we're going to go the other way clockwise. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now we're going to go back and forth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Side to side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right. So now we got those first 6 out of the way. Now we are going to do the good old fun wall slides. So, like I showed you before, you don't have to use a towel, but it is just going to give you a little bit more leverage and make it easier to slide your hand up and down the wall. And again, if you're using like close to a door frame at your house, you can take your left hand, put it on the other side, just to make sure you're holding yourself upright and that your feet are underneath you, and you're just like giving yourself a nice stability position. And all we're doing is we're raising up, raising up, raising up, as high as we can, without really inflicting that pain. Going back down, going back down, and we're gonna do 10 of these. I lose count so easy. I don't know what it is about me, but I don't know if anyone else does that, but my ADHD just be doing that to me. Let's say that's 5. I do all these exercises twice a day anyway, so it doesn't really matter. 6, and I'm almost getting full extension. So, just seeing the progress every single week, it has to be motivating for you. I know those first 2 weeks are very hopeless because everything around your fucking shoulder hurts. It hurts to even try to move it, but you didn't have surgery for no reason. You didn't have surgery just to be immobilized for the rest of your life. You are going to have to put some work in to get back to where you want to be. So 8, we're almost getting that full lockout. I like that. It does have a small pinch at the end, but I'm not trying to go beyond that because we're not trying to hurt ourselves. 10. All right, so she did show me one more exercise with the wall slides. So I'm going to switch to this side so maybe you guys can see a little bit better. So now what we're going to do, this one doesn't feel so good. We're going to go like kind of sideways. So I'm going to try to create a 90-degree angle. And it's almost like you're raising your hand right there. Yeah, God damn, this one does not feel good. Jesus Christ. It didn't feel good yesterday either. So yeah, nothing's changed about this one yet. But I'm just going to go to where, jeez. Holy fuck. Are my feet straight? Maybe I don't know if that makes a difference, but maybe not. Nope, it still hurts. But, that's a little better. But yeah, these ones are going to take time. These ones are going to take time. If you put this particular rehabilitation movement into perspective, this is almost like you're like doing like an overhead press. And this is going to be one that really takes a lot of patience and time to really just get everything loosened up, strengthened around that shoulder joint again. Because let's be honest, the overhead press and any pressing movement is probably a driving factor on how you tore your labrum or your rotator cuff in the first place. I am almost positive, I am 99% positive that both of my torn labrums have came from pressing movements. And that's either me ego lifting on bench, and I take that with a grain of salt. I'm not like looking like completely ridiculous. Just I broke form more often than not, trying to lift heavier weight just to like feel good about myself. And then also with overhead press, when you slightly break your form over time, each of those times that you slightly broke form, that shit adds up. And then eventually shit hits the fan, and then now you're fucking in a hospital bed about to have surgery. So I have not been counting at all. So, one more? I'm okay with that. God damn. All right, fucking hell. Did you see how bad that hurt? That's not even the worst one. I'm gonna scoot this mat out of the way just for a quick second. So I'm gonna put it in perspective on what she wants me to be able to do with my right shoulder. Now, my left labrum is torn as well. It's just on the anterior. So I am still able to do most things, but as you can see, if I take my left arm, I can put it behind my back and I can reach up and I can touch that shoulder blade. I can't do that with my right arm. So what she wants me to do is she wants me to take a towel. Oh yeah, this is gonna suck fucking ass. And what she wants me to do, get a little bit closer grip, is she wants me to take my left hand and pull it to try to, but that's okay. That's okay. That's the start. That's where we start. This is where we start. So I'm gonna do about 5 to 10 of these because these do not feel good. And you can't lean, you can't shrug. It has to be all natural. It has to be all coming from the shoulder joint and no help from any surrounding muscles. This is about as far as I can go. I'm right here. I'm pulling it, no. Okay. Now, if my life depended on it, could I pull this shit? Oh, absolutely, but it's gonna tear completely right back apart. And my life is not depending on it. So I'm not gonna turn that scenario and perspective into a reality. God, right there. Fuck, okay. That's enough for that one. Now, as you can see, all these other exercises that I have been doing for the last 3 weeks, I kind of progressed very quickly with them. But when they say more advanced exercises as the weeks go by, they are talking about exercises like this. This one is going to take time. Before I had surgery, I could not do this with my right arm. I couldn't because it was torn on the posterior, anterior. It was all the way around 360 degrees torn. Now, I didn't have as much pain before surgery trying to do that. Now I do. That is it for the PVC pipe. That is it for the wall exercises. That is it for the towel exercises. I'm gonna bring the mat back into the picture. I'm gonna bring it right here. I am gonna come behind the camera just to make sure it is in the picture. All right. So she wants me to lay down. Like this. Okay. That's a start. Jesus. Ugh. Ugh. And she wants me to be like this, right? Okay. Oh, I think I'm doing these right. I have the packet at home, but it feels right. So I'm just trying to bring my hand down. 2, or maybe it was backwards. Maybe it was backwards because she told me it wasn't supposed to be anything internally yet. That'd be internally. So we're gonna go back. Yeah, it was back. That makes more sense. Because this felt like fucking hell. So we're gonna restart. So that was 1. Oh, it still doesn't feel good. 2. 3. Oh, that hurts. 4. I wish I could just take a nap. That sounds better. All right. We're trying to go slow. We're not trying to explode. 9. 1 more. 10. Lord help me. Oh, that fucking hurts. Oh, maybe he didn't hear me. Lord, if you can hear me, repair my shoulder as quickly as possible. Oh. But when I did visit the doctor yesterday, he did give me the green light that I can start doing some leg exercises, which I just did before I came in here. I did some leg extensions, some leg curls, and a leg press. Nothing crazy. I did about 1 warm-up set on each and then about 2 working sets. It's been the first time I've been able to work out all year, so I'm not gonna go crazy. I'm definitely not gonna try to pick up before I left off, before I had the surgery. Just trying to get the joints loosened up, get them warm, get them used to moving again. You know, getting a nice little quad pump, a nice little hammy pump. So that was the goal for that. That will be a different video. So that will be something like first leg day video, post-operation surgery, yada, yada. I haven't came up with it yet, but it will be posted and you will see it. So now we've all heard, not we all have heard of, but most of us know what an external and internal rotation is in regards and when it comes to like warming up, you know, your shoulders before like you do any upper body movement. Like, you know, you take a resistance band, you do the internal, the external, yada, 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 whatever. These are very similar. These are very similar. But instead, I am keeping my arm and elbow stationary. I'm keeping it in that 90-degree angle. So like this. And you want to have, you know, broad shoulders, chest up, shoulder blades slightly squeezed. And we're not moving it externally. We're not moving it internally. All we're doing is we are taking 1, 2, 1, 2. That's 1 rep. We're going to do 10 each way. 2. God, these fucking burn. 1, 2. Oh my God, those fucking burn so bad. Oh, I'm just gonna shake it out. I gotta do some arm circles real quick. Oh. But despite the fact that these other new movements that I have shown you, like they do not feel good, and they do inflict real pain. It's the right type of pain. It's the pain that you're supposed to feel because, you know, you have 16 anchors. I have 16 anchors. Everything's stiff. Everything has to learn how to move again. And in that process, in this journey, yeah, there's just gonna be pain. And so you keep doing it and doing it and doing it until your that muscle, that shoulder joint is just accustomed to being able to function like it was originally before the tear, before the surgery. So now we're gonna switch around the other way. Here we go. 1, 2, that's 1. 1, 2. 1. Okay. Pause. Yeah, what happens when I double knot you? You gonna come undone again? I wasn't in Boy Scouts, so I don't know fucking shit about tying knots. That seems a little bit more sturdy. I believe we were at 3. All right, last one. 1, 2, 10. Now we're walking slowly back, slowly back, slowly back. We don't want to let go and like rotate externally with all that tension on it because yeah, I could see how that could like maybe tear something after only a short period of surgery. So that is it for that one. Those burn. The goal with these is as you step out, is you want to start with tension. Maybe I didn't show myself starting with tension. I could have tied up a better knot. What if this, what if that, blah, 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 blah. But you want to start with always tension. And then as you step out, the tension becomes greater. And your goal is to hold this in a 90-degree without it coming in and without it coming out. We're trying to strengthen this shoulder joint. So that is that. She told me yesterday, because I told her that I hadn't been able to use this since the last time she gave it to me, you can actually just take this, if you're at home, put it in the door, shut the door, and yeah, you can just do it like that. So actually a pretty simple way to set it up at your house. I was trying to find something to tie it onto, and yeah, everything that I thought I could maybe possibly tie it onto, it was just gonna collapse and break something. So now that I know you can put it in the doorway, you can too. I'm gonna do that. So that is going to wrap it up for today's post-surgery physical therapy rehabilitation exercises. This is week 4. I am going to have a couple other videos. Hopefully this week be part 2, part 3, week 4. But if you guys liked this video because you are also going through the same process and you just want someone to go along with, or you're just interested in following me along in my journey and to see the progress that I am able to make and to see the comeback in the future when both shoulders are fully healed and I am just back to being a fucking beast mode and being able to become passionate and enjoy coming to the gym and just exercising for the joy of feeling good for myself, because it has not been like that in so long. I've been in pain for the last 3 years and I just finally decided to do something. So if you like this video, feel free to like, drop a comment, and subscribe for more videos. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.